Ninja and Flannel. Today we're going to talk about something that's decently important and often overlooked, and that is rangefinders. Now, a couple of important notes before we get started. Now, these aren't just the usual spiel, so don't skip it. These are actually interesting. First is the link of where to actually find this rangefinder. If you want to buy it, it'll just be a link to Amazon, and you can check it out for yourself. Next link is to my Rumble channel. Rumble's actually pretty cool, very friendly towards my type of content, which is very refreshing, to be honest. So next link is for my Rumble channel. Go over, make an account there, check it out, throw me a comment so I can say hi over there. There's that. And upcoming videos. This is kind of new. So 3 upcoming videos coming to my channel. First is going to be a review of the JK Armament 155 PCX can. We're just going to call it a can for YouTube purposes. But it's going to be a review of that. I got it up here on the Strybog right now. Pretty cool. So that review is coming soon. Aside from that, we've got the Gideon Optics first focal plane 1 to 8 power Guardian LPDO. Pretty sweet. This will be an upcoming review as well. Very excited about this. Really cool little piece of hardware. So that's going to be cool. And the last one is, but not least, is going to be the bullpup. Not even going to tell you what this is, but this is a combination of a few different companies' designs morphed into the world's maybe first perfect bullpup. We're close to it. Hard to get a bullpup perfect, but I do love this thing. So keep an eye out on my channel in the near future of the review of this bad boy. And back to the rangefinder. So to set a few parameters, we're gonna have this Best C 7 times magnification rangefinder, which is kind of like you find it at Costco, on Amazon, places like that. We'll be comparing it to the Vortex, what's it called? The Vortex Crossfire HD 1400. This is the one I usually use for hunting, stuff like that. This isn't the most high end, but this is, it's decent. It works quite well for me and for what I do. So we'll be comparing everything against this, the accuracy of the ranging, clarity of the glass, all that stuff. So that'll be our kind of standard baseline, the Vortex one, and that's what we'll base this whole review off. Moving on. All right, enough with all that shenanigans. So now to why you probably clicked on the video is to actually see this rangefinder. So like we said before, this is the Best C 7-time magnification. Does a little vibration alert when you hit a button or change a setting, which is nice in case you hit something by accident. And it's rechargeable, which is cool. And what else do we got? Slope compensation, very important. It's got a golf setting, speed measurement, not sure what that's about actually, and it goes out to 1,200 yards. So that's pretty cool. Opening the box, I don't really like unboxing videos, but it's in a box, so we'll open it. Full disclosure, this is not unboxing. I already used this a bunch to test it. So moving on, it's got a nice little case, kind of like the Vortex. It's got a case. This one is a little more rigid, so it might be a little more bulky on you. However, it will protect this more, depending on what type of hiking, hunting, shooting, whatever you have going on. So case with a belt loop, very nice. I mean, I like that. I wouldn't mind if it had a lanyard, because if you're in a tree stand, it would suck to drop your rangefinder and spook your deer or just not have your rangefinder. So lanyard, something that you'd probably want to add to this. It does have the little attachment points. All you have to do is get a hold of the lanyard and you'd be good to go. So there's that. Case is cool. And this is where we're going to start comparing it to the Vortex just to keep things somewhat uniform. So got my nice lanyard. There we go. So clarity now, the clarity of the Vortex, and this is a $200 Vortex, and this is a $90 rangefinder here from Best C. So that's your comparison. We're comparing a $90 rangefinder to a $200. So it's got a bit of a disadvantage right out of the box there if it's lower, but we'll see. Maybe that's an advantage. So the Vortex here, if you look at clarity and stuff, they are pretty clear. The Vortex ones, people can bash Vortex all they want, but really, especially if you're not doing anything super crazy, Vortex does actually put out some decent glass. As long as you're not brutalizing it, you're not gonna have any problems. Looking through this one, I noticed that the glass is very clear. The eye relief isn't quite as good as the Vortex. This you seem to be able to find it really quick. This you gotta kind of make sure you're in just the right spot. I kind of push it against my bridge of my eyebrow here so I can lock it into place. So your eye relief and eye box in there, a little more funky, but glass clarity, not a poor, it might be a little less than Vortex, but it's not enough where it's like, oh yeah, this is not good glass. Like, this is pretty good. And I'm not just testing it in my shop. I tested this outdoors at longer distance, stuff like that. So glass, pretty darn good. Moving on from there is the actual accuracy of measurement, because that is the whole point of this to begin with. So what I did was I put an archery bag at different distances, took both of these and just tested them both all the way out. They were within about a yard of each other at all the distances. I would probably trust the Vortex over it just because it's a more expensive one, if that's fair. But you know, going all the way out, this one seemed to be accurate and on par with its $200 counterpart. So accuracy, not bad. I went to pretty sharp angles, tested their angle calculations, you know, if you're familiar with that, the slope compensation. Slope compensation, no problem there. So really the only thing I really would have bad to say about it is that the eye box is a little bit funky. But once you get used to it, like even right there, I'm pulling up right to where I need to be. Once you get used to it, that's not a problem either. And if you're on a budget, which nowadays in this past couple of years, most of us are, you get this for 90 bucks instead of spending 200, and you're good to go. So check it out. Link in the description, like I said. Short and sweet. Now you know that this is a decent rangefinder, where before this video, you may not have known that. So check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you've got one that works good, let me know. If you got one and yours sucks, let me know. And farewell.